The only thing hotter than the hot wings I'm about to eat is this video's sponsor, Tower of Fantasy. Tower of Fantasy is a free-to-play, shared, open-world MMORPG on PC and mobile, so you can play it anywhere. Anywhere. And team up with your friends to fight bosses, explore an expansive world, and customize your character with an extensive character customization system. Become the person you always wanted to be but can't, because the laws of physics won't allow it. The latest update has this massive new underwater area called the Grand Sea. It's the first underwater area in an anime open world game ever, which I can tell you is a big deal because I am a professional gamer. In fact, the new update has so much fresh content that I don't know if I'll have time to cover it all. It's got an underwater city, it's got an underwater volcano, it's got an underwater world boss that lives inside the underwater volcano, which can only be defeated when you team up with your friends. So that might actually be impossible for some of you. It's got new story quests. So what do you say? Grab your friends, team up with new characters Lan and Icarus to destroy some evil, and when you're done, try out the new Deep Sea Treasure Hunt game event. There's so much fun to be had, and it's free to play! How can you just sit there? Click the link below and use my code to play Tower of Fantasy today. You know, even simple animation is incredibly time-consuming, so whatever story I tell in a video, my animators will have to spend countless hours listening to every line over and over while they draw each and every frame. I just can't imagine asking them to put in that much effort for something dumb and pointless. Check it out, I drew the world's smallest poop emoji on a grain of rice. Everyone's got a poop story, and if you don't have one yet, be careful at college, because you will. One night, some friends and I went to a restaurant that had one of those spicy food challenges. I'm sure you've seen them. Things like, drink a gallon of actual lava, and get your little picture on the wall. Well, I happen to know that the oil that makes most spicy things spicy is called capsaicin, and it's perfectly safe, unless you're allergic. So your body, probably, has pain receptors that activate when you get burned, which is great because personally, I love knowing when I am on fire, which is all the time, am I right? Anyway, capsaicin activates those pain receptors, but that's literally it. It doesn't do any damage, so it feels like you're on fire, but you're not. I wonder what that's like. So I was explaining this to the table, just bubbling with enthusiasm. Did you know you could safely ignore the pain? I was just excited about chemistry, which is probably the least macho thing you can do. But what they seem to have heard was, I am the alpha and the sigma, the unburnt eater of foods. So my friend Billy bet me $1,000 that I couldn't do the challenge. An intimidating prospect, but I knew the science. Huh. According to my calculations, the probability of your demise is guaranteed. You're on. The rules of the challenge were simple. Eat 12 of their hottest chicken wings in under 6 minutes with no milk. And win a t-shirt. But I wasn't just doing it for a t-shirt. I wasn't even doing it for myself. I was doing it for Grover Cleveland. He's on the $1,000 bill. The hardest part of a spicy food challenge is surprisingly not the spice. Most of those challenges involve eating tons of food in an unreasonable amount of time. The secret is that they would be hard even if the food wasn't hot. So after I ordered, my fate was sealed, and I began formulating my plan. On average, each wing needs to be eaten in under 30 seconds. But as the clock ticks down, anything could happen. I'll aim for 25 just to be safe. Of course, I knew the pain could be safely ignored, but I also knew that was easier said than done. It would demand my attention. Luckily, I just happen to know how to cope with that, too. Listen carefully, because I'm about to open your third eye. There is no such thing as negative attention. Not negative like bad, negative like numbers. You can't not think about something. If I say don't imagine a panda bear, you are imagining a panda bear. Ha! I got you. There is only positive attention. The car only drives forward, folks. If you want to not think about something, the trick is to steer in another direction. There are no brakes. When they brought out the plate of food, it had these massive flashing emergency lights announcing to everyone that I was about to melt my face off. Metaphorically. You could smell it before it even hit the table. I'm not gonna lie, eating those wings felt like I was getting tear gassed. So I just focused my single brain cell on pick up wing, bite, chew, next. That made it manageable, but my mouth was on fire. My eyes were watering. My nose was snotting. Ah! Pain is temporary, swag is forever! That's right, I may be the whitest guy you know, but I can handle spicy foods. And I got a t-shirt to prove it. Billy went to the bathroom and said there were two massive football player type dudes washing their mouths out in the sink and panicking. He was like, you must have done the spicy challenge, huh? And they were like, no, we took a bite. Neat, I'm stronger than a jock. I told Billy he didn't have to pay me, but true to his word, he slid me one crisp $1,000 bill, digitally, with his phone. To date, he's the only person I've ever made a bet with who's paid out. A beacon of integrity. What a satisfying and complete story, I hear you thinking. Don't ask how. But that was merely an appetizer before the main course. The inciting incident for the journey our hero is about to embark on. The hero, of course, being me from the past. Ooh. The next morning, I needed to get an oil change, so while I was waiting for my car, I just hear this demon awaken inside of me. Oh please, I beg you, Not here. But I could tell, my minutes were numbered. Hi, do you have a bathroom? Oh, sure. You see that long hallway? Well, if you go all the way to the end, you'll see that it turns into an even longer hallway, idiot. Our one bathroom is all the way at the end. You'll never make it. Oh no, I hope I don't have to win a rap battle against all of my enemies before I can take this dump. Luckily, the bathroom was empty and there was no line. The real enemy was inside me the whole time. I'll be honest, I can't tell if it hurt more coming out than it did going in. I didn't know my butt had taste buds. Then some guy starts knocking on the door and sorry dude, but my car isn't the only one getting its insides cleaned out. I was fighting for my life in there. Like Icarus, I pooped too close to the sun. I was about to find Jesus when the dealership starts calling me because my car is ready, so now I gotta double hurry. Everyone has had the odd painful poop, but probably not while your name is getting blasted over the loudspeaker with an FBI agent pounding on the door. Open up! I'm pooping as fast as I can! I just wanna say, just because I can handle spicy foods doesn't mean I like them, okay? I actually eat less spicy food now than ever before because I don't feel like I need to prove anything to anyone. My butt and I have been there and done that. Thanks for watching. If you want to see a story that's not about my butt, check out this video about how I met my grandmother. We worked really hard on it and it means a lot to me and you might cry. Okay, bye!